们晚上好，欢迎收看最新一期的子天访谈录 SD Talk Show， 我是子天 Sky Welcome to SD Talk Show. Hi Danny.
Hi Sky, it's great to be back.
Yes.
December 2022.
It's the last month for this year.
It's almost over again.
Yeah.
That time goes by quick. I'm very excited, Sky. I don't know about you, but I'm very excited to have our guests come back. Usually we don't bring a guest back.
Yes.
But this is the second time that our guest is coming back because he's a little bit special.
Absolutely.
Special in a way that, he's going to bring opportunity to our audience.
Yes.
Mr. David Hamilton, school board member, trustees of
FBISD.
Thank you, Sky.
Yeah, please say hello to our audience.
Yes, we had so much fun last time. We decided to do it again. So thank you for having me back. So again, David Hamilton with Fort Bend ISD School Board. And it's good to be here with my friends Sky and Danny.
Great.
So thank you.
What is it that you like about David Hamilton the most from our last show?
Oh, for the last show, I think you talk about a lot of opportunity.
Yes.
About how to trustee work with Fort Bend County.
Yes.
So for this show, I think our audience want to know more details.
Yes.
The audience, how to work for.
Yes, yes. For businesses that want to do business with the district, we try to make it easy for companies to do that. So there's a process on the website where you can register as a vendor.
Right.
And then any company that is a small business, if you have small business certification with any local city or county or like the port or the metro, you can get certified with Fort Bend ISD as a small business, and we have advantages for small businesses because we want to support small businesses in Fort Bend ISD.
Right.
So there are a lot of opportunities on the website, and then if anyone has questions besides the website, or if they need help with the website, they can email me directly.
Great.
And I can help them. So that's david.hamilton@fortbendisd.com.
Awesome.
Okay, thank you for the information, David. Also, I want to know the small business owner how to get qualification.
Yes, thank you, Sky. That's a very good question. So the school district does not certify anyone as a small business. It's just if you are certified with another local government agency, then you can provide that documentation and be certified by the school district also. So that, yes.
Yeah.
And also with the Small Business Administration with the federal government, if you're certified as a small business with them, then you can qualify.
Oh, okay.
Yes. You may also want to know what kind of opportunities are available.
Yes.
There are several types of products and services. What type of product and services is the Fort Bend School Board is acquiring from the small businesses?
Yes, so the district is looking for a wide range of vendors and service providers, anything from helping with workshops to construction services and working with like IT and any and all kinds of services. So many different types of small businesses would have a good opportunity.
Right. At different times, you have different needs.
Yes.
Just an organization, Fort Bend School Board, it's just like a private organizations. They have different needs.
Yes.
They get food, supplies, labor, technical skills, you name it.
Right.
So the best way to find out is to check with the with you.
Yes.
To find out at this very moment of time what exact opportunities are available, correct?
Yes, absolutely. And it changes all the time, and you can see on the website, you can see the current services the district is looking for, as well as the past services that have been acquired. So that would be a good way to check and see if the services you provide are something that the district needs.
Right. How is the opportunities advocated?
So it goes through it's posted on the website, and if you can register with the district, and then you'll also be notified whenever your type of service is needed by the district.
Well, I have an idea for you, David.
Yes.
I mean, a TV station like this and media like this would be a great vehicle.
Yes, that would be a great.
To spread the message.
Yes.
So we would love to, with the newspaper and with TV station.
Yes, that would be great for the district to advertise services.
Yes, and then you reach out to different markets. You reach out to different communities.
Yes.
I mean, that is what Blind Fair is about,
Yes, and we have about 27% of our students in Fort Bend ISD are Asian students. And so we serve the Asian students and Asian families. And that would be a great way to get information to the families and the students, and also the business owners within the Asian community. So it's a great idea, Danny.
Right. Appreciate that.
Yes.
So also I want to know if the small business owner did application, like how long they can get an answer, or
the purchasing department is very responsive, so they should get an answer from the same day.
Okay.
Yes, and if not, they can always email me. So my email address again is david.hamilton@fortbendisd.com.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, it depends on what day it is.
Yes.
You know,
yes. Probably not on a holiday.
Friday, it's holiday. Friday. Yeah, but I think they will respond in the most reasonable times. Yes. And being treated fairly.
Yes.
So how does the certification process work?
Yes, so they can email the purchasing department from the website or email me, and I will connect them. And then the purchasing department, depending on the service. So if the district will be spending a lot of money on a construction project, there's a little bit more of a deeper service or deeper process. Whereas if it's just purchasing smaller items, it's pretty quick.
Like you mentioned earlier, they have a workshop.
Yes.
I think that's the most effective.
Yes.
Because doing business with the government is different.
Yes.
So I think whenever you have that workshop, information available, David, please,
yes,
please reach out so that we can invite our audience to come and learn the process. What is the qualifications and how do you submit your proposal and all that?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So Danny's talking about a workshop we had recently called "How to Do Business with Fort Bend ISD." And that's something that once we have another one scheduled, we will make sure to get the information out.
Yes, and I'd be more than happy to sponsor a workshop. From our.
We can do the workshop here.
Yes,
of course, we can do We can do it in different languages too.
Yes. Very good.
Yeah, and DN Commerce should be more than happy to sponsor the workshop so that you have a vehicle to reach out to more people.
Thank you, Danny. That's very generous.
Of course, of course. Win-win, right? Giving back.
Yeah.
Win-win is that W-I-N and then N-G-U-I-E-N.
Thank you, David. So you know why I like David, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, very good knowledge.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. So the workshop, we will have more details.
Yes.
We can tell the audience what the time and where is the location and where the people can come in.
Yes, that would be great. Thank you.
You see, David, what I like about David is that you don't look at him as a politician.
Yeah.
We look at him as a friend. His own small business. And he understands the challenges, the difficulties that people have.
Right.
More than ever, people have a very negative impression with the government.
Right.
People don't have a level of trust that they used to.
Right.
But the fact that somebody from a government sector to come and said, "Hey, I'm here to give you guys opportunity."
Yes, I'm trying to follow the lead of people I've seen like you with the way you were on Missouri City Council.
Yeah.
And you were very responsive and very helpful every time I saw you, and you always engaged with people and helped answer questions.
Yes.
And especially with economic development when you were on Missouri City Council. So.
Yes. I think that's what we need.
Yes.
We need more people like David.
Absolutely.
So I think the audience more curious to know about your work, what you do, and like trustee, how to work from morning to the end.
Yes, so the school board trustee is a part-time volunteer position, and so I have a day job also. But then we have school board meetings, usually 2 meetings per month, and so we had a meeting Monday night that lasted from 6 p.m. until after midnight. So we were there for more than 6 hours, talking about all the business for the school district, and then we have committee meetings throughout the week. And sometimes we have the board of trustees has workshops,
right,
and things like that. So and then I also try to go to football games and fine arts performances and academic excellence events. So I went to a Ridge Point academic excellence event last week, and I'm going to a Kempner High School play. They're doing a Christmas Carol Saturday at 2:00. And so my family will be there for that. So try to support the students in as many ways as possible.
So on average, how many hours would it take in an average ballpark?
Yeah, usually somewhere around 10 to 20 hours a week, probably, doing school board stuff, yes.
Wow, 20 hours, almost like a half of a full time.
That's right.
take a lot of dedication.
Yes, a lot of service, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, very, very good.
So how do you like it so far?
I really like it.
What do you like it the most?
Yeah, so I really like, so we have a great superintendent and we have a good team of trustees on the school board.
Right.
And so being able to work together, and we don't agree on everything,
right.
But we agree on the important things. We agree on serving the students and the teachers and the parents.
Right.
And so working together to move the district forward and to make progress and do what's right for the kids has been the best part so far.
Right,
so, yes.
What part do you like the least?
So the school board meetings that have lasted until after midnight, we've had a couple of those.
Yes.
And so that's
lasted midnight.
Yes. Yes.
You didn't get out of the board meeting to midnight, driving home at midnight?
We adjourned at 12:07 on Monday.
Oh,
so
wow.
Did you have meetings like that on city council, or were you out of there before midnight?
There's always, the school board and city council members are just like human beings.
Yes.
Sometimes we fight.
That's right.
Sometimes in the front, you think that people are in harmony all the time, but in the back, we have different ideas. Right. We fought. We fight. Sometimes it lasts.
Yes.
The conversation sometimes is very heated.
Right.
We fought, but when we get to the public,
right.
You got to be civil, if you will.
Right. Absolutely.
But sometimes in the back end, it could be very, very, very tough.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So because people are passionate.
Yes. Yes.
So what's the challenge you think would be the trustee?
So it's very complicated. So we have 82 different campuses. We have almost 80,000 students in the district, and we have students from all kinds of different income levels and backgrounds and languages.
Yeah.
So we have, I think we have over 100 languages spoken in Fort Bend ISD, and so it's just we have 82 campuses, and not one of them is like any other campus. Right. And so we have individual campuses, individual students, individual teachers, and so it's really hard to serve the students who are struggling and also challenge the students who are thriving. And so there's just a lot of challenges that come with that. And right now, coming out of the COVID pandemic, we have a literacy crisis right now. We have a lot of students who need help learning how to read, and so that's something that I'm very focused on, is trying to make progress in that area, because I think at a minimum we should have every student who comes to Fort Bend ISD should learn how to read. Yeah. And so we probably can't get to 100%, but I think we should strive to be at 100%. Right. And do everything we can to get there.
What is the illiterate rate right now, you said?
So we have
in Fort Bend.
In Fort Bend ISD, yeah. So it's different at each campus, but
overall,
so with 52 elementary schools, in 17 of them, less than half of the kindergarten through second graders are reading at grade level.
Wow.
And we have one of our high schools where 91% of freshmen are below the grade level, and 60% of the freshmen are reading at an elementary school level. So they're in ninth grade and reading at a fifth grade or lower reading level.
So comparing the quality of education in Fort Bend.
Yes.
How do you compare that with the rest of the nation, or in the broader scope? I mean, how are we comparing with the rest of the world?
Yes.
Are we at the same level or behind? Or?
Yes. So it's hard to answer that question, because we have students who are at the very top and are doing just as well as any student anywhere in the world, and then we also have students who are struggling, and ninth graders who are reading at a third grade reading level, for example. But I would say overall, average, we are a B-rated district, and so we're close to the top, and we are one of the top 5 or so large school districts in the state of Texas. And so we're doing well compared to our peers, while at the same time, just like I can do a better job eating more healthy and getting a little bit more exercise.
Like Sky, right?
That's right. That's right. I need to be more like Sky and get my exercise and eat better.
She's counting calories.
She's counting calories.
She just shared it with you earlier.
Yes. Share that app with me after when we're done.
Wow.
That we talked about. But yeah, so the district has some improvement, so we can make improvement even at the same time we have incredible students.
Yeah.
I met a student from Clements High School who started an artificial intelligence company. And he got a grant to start his business, and he's trying to come back and do business with the district. And so we have incredible success stories. Yeah. We have a lot of incredible athletes. We have probably at least 30 or 40 football players with Division I scholarships. We're doing a lot of great things as a district, and we have work to do. So
You know, nowadays we have a lot of distractions.
Yes.
Unlike before.
Yes.
With social media,
yes.
internet, and game, and
yes.
phones, and all that.
Yes.
I mean, what can you do to inspire students to
yes.
be more focused?
Yes.
And what do you think about the phenomena of people, of kids using too much a phone?
Yes, those are great questions, and so I think so to take a page out of your playbook. So I think you talk a lot about mindset and skill
yes.
set and
yeah.
opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I think we have to promote the mindset with the student
yes.
and with the student's parents that the value of education is so important. And so if we can get parents to know that if you read with your kids even just 10 or 15 minutes a night,
yeah.
then that makes a huge difference with setting your kid up to have a successful life and hopefully live the American dream, right?
Right.
And so just understanding that mindset of the value of education, and if a student values education, then the student will not be on his phone in class looking with earbuds and watching Netflix while the teacher's teaching, right?
Yeah.
But the student who doesn't value education and thinks, maybe he's a good athlete and he thinks just the athlete is going to, the athletics is going to get me a scholarship.
Exciting, yeah.
I don't need this, so I'm going to watch Netflix, right?
Yeah.
And so that mindset of this time is valuable, this is preparing me for success in life,
right?
Versus I don't need to be here and I don't need to focus.
Right. Exactly.
So, yes.
The attitude, I'm telling you.
Yes.
I think the attitude, the mindset is equally or even more important than
yes.
the technical skills.
Yes.
Because, the argument is that why do I have to listen to the teacher?
Right.
Why do you have to teach?
Yeah.
I mean, a student can easily find any information with a few strokes.
Right.
So it's very difficult for a teacher to be respected, if you will.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, I remember before you come to class so that you can listen.
Right.
You can learn, you can soak in the wisdom and knowledge. But now, so how can a typical teacher can compete with that kind of knowledge?
Yeah, so one of the challenges with doing that is that a lot of our curriculum is now internet-based curriculum. And so the student has an excuse to be on the phone or on an iPad in class because their textbook is now on a laptop or on a smartphone or laptop. But some of our campuses are known as device-free campuses. Right. And so I like that for exactly that reason, because if the textbook is on the internet, then I have an excuse to bring an iPad and be on my iPad. And then from the front of the class, the teacher doesn't know if I'm reading the textbook or if I'm on a website or watching a movie or whatever, right? And so I'm a fan of doing it the old way with a textbook and with worksheets. And that way, at least from the front of the classroom, the teacher can see that you're reading your textbook, you're writing on your worksheet. So I think that helps, and some of our campuses are doing that, but not all campuses. And in some ways, it's because we've tried to move towards in the workforce. There's so much of what you do is on a device or on the internet, or sending emails and that kind of thing. And so, in some ways, there's value in adapting school to what's happening in the workplace, but it just comes with so many challenges that I think it's helpful to have the physical textbook and worksheets and that kind of thing. So.
I thought it must be changed, right? Because before you come and you try to memorize all the formulas, the informations, but I think the model have to change, because why memorize all the formulas? So is the very nature, the structures of teaching different? Is it focus more on problem solving instead of trying to store all the information?
Yes.
I haven't been back to school since 1996.
It's been a little while since you were at Clemens High School in Fort Bend
High
ISD.
School, exactly.
So I'm glad we have a Fort Bend ISD alum here.
Thank you, David.
But yes, it has changed in some ways, and I think in some ways it maybe has changed too much because there's value in the way that we learned. And in some ways, people have tried to completely throw that away and let's do learning in a completely new way. And I don't think it's worked as well as those people hoped. And so I think there's value in learning the way we learned, and even as basic as the phonetics when we learn to read. We're finding out that approach is better than some of the things that they're trying to replace it with. And so there's value in the way that we were educated, even if it was many years ago.
You're talking about teachers. It's just so sad to see the teacher being so disrespected. You know, nowadays, you know, you and I came from a culture, you know, where we respect our teacher.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, tremendous amount of respect for teachers.
Yes.
Now seeing the disrespectful manners from students.
Yes.
I mean, how do you tackle that? How do you handle that?
Yes. So it's a huge problem, and I would say that is a bigger reason why teachers are leaving the profession than the pay. So the pay gets a lot of attention, and we're trying to do the best we can to increase teacher pay so that we can be competitive with other districts. But I think most people who teach, they know they're making a financial sacrifice, and they do that because they love education and they want to invest in students and prepare our next generation. And so I think they care more about being how they're treated and being respected and being supported by the administration than they care about their paycheck, even though we all care about our paycheck too, right? But, and so my parents are both retired teachers, and so that was something that they said from the time they started their career until the time when they retired. At the beginning of their career, whenever a parent had to come to school because their child had done something wrong, the parent would show up and say, what did my kid do wrong, and what do I need to do to get this situation corrected as a parent? And then at the end of their careers, most parents would show up and say, what did you do to my child? My child didn't do anything wrong here. And so back to mindset, right? So that reinforces the mindset with the student that what the teacher, you don't have to respect your teacher because the parents don't respect the teacher either. Right? And
so it started from the parents.
It starts from the parents.
Yeah.
And community members. And so as we as a community value education more than that, I think that's the path to getting to where teachers feel more supported and respected, and then we can hopefully get to where we have teachers are appreciated. I spoke with a friend of mine last night who was a teacher before she had kids, and she said when she graduated from college, you could not get a teaching job in Texas, a full-time teaching job. You had to start maybe part-time or start as a teacher's aide, because we had so many teachers, and once they got jobs, they stayed in the jobs. And now even our best schools are having a hard time finding teachers because people just don't want to be teachers right now.
You know, according to the Department of Labor, monetary reward is not the top reason why people go to work. Money is important, but money is not the number one reason. They want to enjoy the environment, especially with teachers. I have so much respect for teachers. It's not about the money. Because they love kids, they love giving back, they love to educate. But seeing them being treated, you know, I hope the school board will compensate them the way that they deserve. So that we can retain more teachers. Right, Sky?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We need to love our teachers.
Yes, absolutely. And we do. So
in this country, I think it's harder to teaching because, you know, in our Asian, the teacher can do a lot of things, yelling you, let you stand up when you need to stand up, right? In this country, they can't.
It changed. We live in America. I mean, they change. They cannot hit you whenever they want. But it's good. So is there anything else that you want to share with our audience? So the key here today is that, you know, David come and want to share with people. Yes, there are opportunities that small business owners can do business with the school, ISD, but would you, and then you make yourself available, right? So how do they contact you, David, in case if they want to talk to you more?
Yes, I would love that. So they can send me an email at david.hamilton@fortbendisd.com, and just like America is the land of opportunity that brings immigrants from around the world here, we want Fort Bend County to be the land of opportunity and Fort Bend ISD to be the land of opportunity for small businesses.
The land of opportunities. The land of happiness.
That's right.
Thank you, David. Also, I want to know when is the next workshop?
So we don't have a workshop scheduled, I don't believe, for doing business with the district, but I'm sure they will schedule one. I think they do one usually twice per year. And so there should be one sometime in the spring.
Yeah.
And so once we have it scheduled, I will be sure to let you know.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, David.
Yes, you're very welcome.
Yeah. Thank you, David.
Yes, thank you, Danny.
Enjoys your upcoming Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, we celebrated Thanksgiving with each other last time, and now
Yeah.
we're getting ready for Christmas.
Right.
And the Lunar New Year.
And the
And
Lunar
New
New
Year.
Yes, Chinese New Year, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you, David. Anything else? I hope you will publish his email address
Yeah.
on the screen.
Yes,
that would be great.
we will.
Yes.
People will contact you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for doing that.
Yes, you're welcome.
I know it's going to take a lot of time, but if you have a Vietnamese or Chinese speaking, you can.
Yes, you can help me.
And then Sky can be your interpreter.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Perfect.
She's a good translator.
I'm honored to
Yes,
do that.
we actually have a Chinese lady on the school board, so she can also help me. So Judy Day is from China,
Oh, I
and
know,
she's on
I
the
know
school
her.
board.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You should work with ISD.
Yes.
Yeah. I
You should
hope
be an
so.
interpreter.
Yeah. I would love to help the teacher.
You should teach
and-
the kids.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, that would be great. You would be a great teacher, I think.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, and maybe Danny, you could come teach on business and real estate. And
I would love that.
That'd be great.
I would love that
Yeah.
opportunity. Yeah.
we actually talked about that, having you speak at high schools. So I think we can hopefully we can make that happen soon.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yes.
David. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
Very welcome.
这就是今天的子天访谈录。I see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye bye.